Thank you very much, Mr. Gaman, for having me at this show today. And to all of you out there, I said hi. All right. Okay, now, first of all, I will start with this opening statement of mine. I came and I was up there. And while seated, they said, it's 30 years for IIT. And I suddenly started feeling really old because I joined IIT when it was 5 years into business. So I joined IIT in 1995 and it was called IICS at that time. And I'm just going to share my story and experience at IIT and how it really helped me. So I was very good in school up to grade 11. I did my work very well. I was in the top of my class. And then after grade 11, I started to do a lot of extracurricular activities. A lot of extracurricular activities. And because of that, I could not get into a Sri Lankan university, though I had the capacity and the capability to do so, because I was doing a lot of other activities. And my father, he couldn't afford to really send me abroad as well at that time. And one of my friends came and said, you know, there's a place called IICS, and they do offer a UK degree, and api amuda macha. I didn't know what IICS was at that time, and this was in school. I was in school uniform. And I went home, and my father and my mother were a little bit unhappy because I couldn't get into a Sri Lankan local university. But I said, you know, there's a place called IICS. But things, really turned to be much harder because I wanted to do commerce and business, and they were offering the business degree, and this was the first year, the experimental year. So I was from the first batch of business. And we had a small class of 14 of us, and we are still friends to date. So we were the first experimental guinea pigs, and my father, for some reason, I said, I'm going to try this out, because I went for an open day, and it proved to be very good. And we had a teacher who had come down from UK, from the principal university, and එකපාරටම දැන් මං තාත්තට ගිහිල්ලා කිව්වා තාත්තා එතන ගොඩක් ඉන්නේ උගන්නන්න සුද්ධෝ කියලා. So that was the first experience that I had in coming to IIT, and IIT really helped, but then it was our Sri Lankan professors and Sri Lankan tutors who were much, much better than that Suddha, I must say. We learned a lot of them. And then what happened was, I came into IIT, and we didn't have stagecraft at that time. I think stagecraft was born, or stagecraft actually really initiated about 4 years after my stint at IIT. We used to sing in the classrooms and do a lot of things, but I must tell you, this opportunity that you guys have got is golden. As you know, Bathiya and Santush, we love art, we are passionate about art, and we took up art as our full-time job. And also, when we got into art and started doing it as our full-time job, we realized that the copyright law in this country literally does not exist because of certain problems. We do have a law on paper, but then it's not enforced. So we were thinking, should we go back to our like our friends did, should we go back to the conventional jobs in the corporates, or should we continue doing this after about 2 years? But because of the education at IIT, which opened our minds, opened us up to this world of new opportunity and showed us the way, one day we thought, okay, we learned something in class. In our second year, we learned how to integrate backwards into our own business. And that backward integration, that was a 1 week module that we learned, and that was an eye-opener for us. And the education suddenly kicked in, and we were like, let's integrate back into our own business, which was arts. So then we started a small company, and we started audio, and then that company grew, and then we went into events, we went into a lot of others, and now I'm proud to say, because of the IIT education, which opened our minds up, we are literally, in terms of the entertainment industry, we are quite a big corporate. We are a group of companies who we give permanent employment to nearly 150 people, and we have another 50 to 60 people who work on contract. And in Sri Lanka, in terms of entertainment, in every nook and corner we are there, and that is because of IIT. I think, Mr. Gamini Wickramasinghe, your great vision at that time, everybody should give him a big round of applause for giving that opportunity for students like us who came from Sri Lankan families, people who served in the government, and people who did honest jobs, who couldn't send their children out. And also people who wanted to keep their children with them in the country and still give an education. This was a golden opportunity for us, and I am one of the first students from when you really executed, or when you really went and implemented your vision. And there are so many of us. Anywhere that you go, in Australia, in so many places, you get top IIT grads doing really well, and every time you meet them, you're like, "Ame ape ekek neda." And the best part of it is, though your paper qualification is from somewhere else, your teachers are from this country, and you're groomed in this country, and you get the opportunity to stay with your friends, your family, and still get that same education and the exposure that you get. And that was a part of our success, and that has been an instrumental part of our success. And to be around for 20 years and to be on top of your game, that's not merely to do with the arts. You need to have a lot of strategy in it as well, and that has really helped us. And thank you very much, IIT, my old teachers from IIT, and Mr. Wickramasinghe, the whole family, and IIT as an institute. I'm really thankful and grateful for that. 20 years ago, I literally passed out of the institute 21 years ago. Now you know how old I am. So 21 years ago, I passed out as a graduate, and that really helped me and Santosh to really grow as a business, as an entity, and as two artists.